Hi, Russ Irizarry here. In this presentation, we're going to be discussing pre-foreclosure, know your options. This is part one of a two-part series. The content in this presentation should not be interpreted as legal or tax advice. Okay, if you're in pre-foreclosure, you have two categories of options. In your first category, your options for staying in the house, you can choose to do one of the following: a refinance, a repayment plan, a forbearance, a loan modification, which is the most popular option in today's market, or a bankruptcy. And we're going to be discussing these options in this video. In the second video, part two, we're going to be discussing your options for moving from the house. And those include a deed in lieu of foreclosure. You can walk away and do nothing, resulting in a foreclosure sale. And that's absolutely the worst option you can consider. Or finally, you can do the short sale, which in my opinion is the best option if you're going to be moving from the house. Okay, your options for staying in the house. Your first option, a refinance. A refinance is when the borrower pays off the existing mortgage loan with proceeds from a new loan with more favorable terms. Typically, you must do a refinance before you start missing payments. You're going to have to be current on your mortgage. Also, if you're going to be doing a refinance, you're probably going to need at least 20 or 30% equity. So what that means is if your property is worth less than your mortgage amount, chances are you're not going to be able to do a refi. The second option is a repayment plan. A repayment plan is when the borrower is allowed to catch up on missed payments by making more than the monthly payment until the amount is brought current. And this is very difficult to do if the financial problem is not temporary. Basically what this means is that in a repayment plan, you're going to get caught up on your loan, you're going to bring it current, and you're going to pay the bank everything that's past due, everything that's owed. Your third option is a forbearance plan. A forbearance plan is when the bank allows you to skip monthly payments temporarily or make partial payments for a specified time. Your missed payments may be added to the principal or become part of a repayment plan as part of a loan modification. Typically, your payments will go higher when you resume making them. And again, similar to the repayment plan or the refi, you can only do this if your financial problem is temporary. The fourth option is a loan modification, and this is a very popular option in today's market. A loan mod allows for changes to the original terms of a borrower's promissory note, which may include an adjustment to the interest rate, an extension to the loan term, or adding missed payments to the principal. What's important to note about a loan modification is that the bank will typically not allow a reduction in principal. So if your property is only worth $200,000 yet you owe $300,000, it's very unlikely that your bank is going to reduce the principal amount to the current market value of the home. Very important for you to know, on February 18, 2009, the Obama administration announced the Making Home Affordable program, which was a plan created to stabilize the housing market and offer free assistance to homeowners by reducing mortgage payments. You can find out if you qualify by going to this website, makinghomeaffordable.gov, and also go to HUD.gov to find out who your local offices are or where your local offices are. Finally, your option for staying in the house, you can consider a bankruptcy in which a borrower's loan may be changed from the original terms based on loan modification as part of a court-approved reorganization plan. The two types of bankruptcy are a Chapter 7 or a Chapter 13, and this is not considered legal advice. See your attorney, do your own research on bankruptcy. The first type of bankruptcy is a Chapter 13. In a Chapter 13, typically the trustee is going to give you a repayment plan over 5 years. Some of your debts will be discounted. In that repayment plan that you get from the trustee, your trustee will make the payments to your creditors. The second type of bankruptcy is a Chapter 7, which involves a total liquidation of assets. You will no longer be responsible for your debts. Your creditors cannot pursue you for repayment of those debts. Basically, your debts will be wiped away or written off. Your house may be included in that Chapter 7. That will be up to you. And in a Chapter 7, deficiency judgments will be eliminated. One important note about Chapter 7 is that a bankruptcy does not permanently stop or prevent a foreclosure action from occurring. It can only temporarily freeze foreclosure and buy you time. Speak to your local attorney for details. Again, this is not legal advice, but it's important that you know that a bankruptcy will not permanently stop a foreclosure. In the next part of this two-part series, we're going to be discussing the options for moving from the house. Pre-foreclosure, know your options, part 2. Look out for that video. And if you want more information on the foreclosure process and your options to foreclosure, go to my website, shortsalemymortgage.com. Download my free report, How to Stop Foreclosure with a Short Sale. Thanks very much for watching this video.